So it's time to install Node in your computer. Windows, I think, comes already with version 22 of Windows. And I'm not a Windows user, but I discovered this because I have a new installation. And when I hit Node, it already shows, I said in a terminal, I open a terminal, the PowerShell. And then here I'm going to type Node minus V. And it says Node 22. So that's great. I already have Node. But I don't like having like one version of Node only. I like having many versions of Node because you never know what's going to happen, like which project is going to have which version. So I recommend you do Node download, and then you're going to go to the download page, so nodejs.org/en/download. And here they're going to show you some steps that I really like. These steps here are more, let's say, professional, because that way you can have several versions of Node. And FNM, I just discovered that is this super cool thing called Fast Node Manager. And I was already excited about having a manager like NVM is Node Virtual Manager. But this one is the one recommended by Node, so I think I'm going to be switching to FNM instead of using NVM. So how does it work? Well, you first have to download it. I'm going to follow these steps, and if I have any issues, I'm going to hit pause, okay? I'm going to download these. So follow this step here. It's downloading. Do you agree with the agreements? Well, yeah. What alternative do I have? So it's installing the Fast Node Manager for me. It's already installed. That's nice. And then I can decide which version of Node do I want to have. So I already have 22. So let me try and install version, let's say version 20. Some of my projects right now are running on version 20, so that will be interesting. So I'm just gonna hit FNM install 20, and it's supposed to install. Ah, well, my bad. Remember to close the terminal every time you install an application for the terminal, and then open it again, because if not, it's not going to recognize the program. So now that I open it again, FNM should be there. So let's see. I'm gonna paste again the command, FNM install 20. Hit enter, and now it's installing Node version 20. Isn't that exciting? Like, you can have all the versions of Node you want. If it's not exciting for you, don't worry, it will be. Because when you are a Node developer, you get so many projects in your computer that you want to have several versions, because sometimes one doesn't run because it's in a previous version. So it is a nightmare. So it's amazing to have FNM. So now I'm going to say Node minus V just to double check. And you can see that I'm in the version 22, but I can change from the 22 to another version, but I have no idea how to do that. So let me just say n fnm minus minus help, and it's gonna tell me how to switch. So use this one, probably use. So let's say fnm use 20. So now I'm saying that I want to use fnm env. Is telling me to, it's giving me an error, and it's telling me to run this command to evaluate if the environmental variables contain node fnm. And then it says here, check out for documentation on how to do this. So let me see. Okay, after a little bit of research, I discovered that the last step would be to modify something called the profile file. This is something every terminal has. The PowerShell, the Mac terminal, the Linux terminal, all of them have it. So I'm gonna open the PowerShell, and then from here, I need to know the path of that file. And I know, as because I did some research, that it is, the path is in a variable called profile. If I print it, it's gonna give me the path to that file. Here it is. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna open with VS Code that file because I need to update it. So I'm gonna say code. I can type this entire URL, or I can just say $profile, and it's gonna open that file for me. Now that it's here, it's telling me that I have to add this line into my profile file. So I'm just going to do that, right? I'm going to paste it here, and it's working. Now I'm going to hit close, and then I'm going to save it. And this is supposed to run now the next time that I open my PowerShell. So I'm going to close my PowerShell now, and I'm going to open it again. And hopefully, it's going to allow me to use FNM. Oh, look, it's already giving me an error. Let's see. Okay, so this new error that I'm getting after ChatGPTing a little bit, it told me that I have to paste this command here to reset the execution policy for scripts. So I'm going to say here, remote sign means that I want to allow scripts that are built locally, not the ones that are built remotely. So I'm just going to hit enter. And now I should be able to close this, open it again, and now I should have no errors anymore. Let's see. Yep, there's no errors anymore. You can see. And so I'm assuming that I can do now FNM fast node manager use 20. And there you go. I'm using node 20 now. So I can say node minus minus version or minus minus v. And it's going to tell me which version of node do I have. And it seems that I have another issue now. I think it's just minus v, by the way, not minus minus v. Yeah, there you go. That was my error. It's not minus minus v. So that's cool. I'm really glad that I got all these errors because now you saw me how to fix them.